How's it going, party people? It's Caravan Dan here, and I run Gaming Caravan, and let's talk about Micro May. If you don't know what Micro May is a cool Kickstarter initiative done on a Facebook group. I don't really know by who exactly, and we're all launching small box games on Kickstarter. These are your tiny epics, your exploding kittens, your print and play games, all these games that are non-expensive, inexpensive, being launched on Kickstarter in like a lowish quantity. But this is initiative is trying to get all of us to like cross-promote, cross-market each other, to try to get more attention on each other's Kickstarter pages. And I think this is an ingenious idea. Shout out to everyone who did it. So I'm going to go ahead and cover every single one happening that's on the link right now. You can go to the link in the description of this video. It's linked to every single Micro May game, and Stockpile's on there, and let's go ahead and talk about this. So starting off with Stockpile, it is our game that's coming out. We're actually redesigning the entire game to fit a print and play feel, and we're also kind of rechanging the entire game too to be a dexterity-ish, almost simultaneous action print and play, whether it's 2B print and play. We're also doing a 3D print and play version, and the aim of that is because if you see right behind me, I have my print farm I'll do a video on soon. I have 15 3D printers. My last business I ran was a 3D printing farm that did very well, and now I'm trying to bring that into tabletop. And that with all the tariffs coming on, instead of making a game with a ton of cards I would have to ship with a box, I kind of want to do it all in-house if possible, where we print the rule books on good quality, where we print all the components, where we assemble it, and also if you want to buy the files, you can buy the files for like $1. We're doing a pay-what-you-want print and play. So if you want to support Caravan Convoy, it literally costs as low as $1. And I'm pretty sure everyone doing a Micro May project is pledging $1 to each other out of solidarity and support, which I think is going to be really cool. So if you're interested in more about this stuff, go ahead and go to the description and find Stockpile on Micro May. And now we go through every other Micro May project and talk about for a little bit. So next up we have Rotation Rumble. Rotation Rumble, I don't know anything about. Well, let's look at this. A battle card game with endless possibilities and combinations. Rotate till you burst. First created by Robert Mentz. Congratulations on your first Kickstarter. In Rotation Rumble, you take the role of a guild coach who hires and commands mercenaries in weekly rumble fights. Ooh, I like that. I like that kind of stuff. It's a micro card game featuring square cards, most of them having a different ability on each of their sides, which can be used or activated by rotating them. With 2-player decks, fits conveniently in your pocket, housing a small cartridge. I like that. Fast 2-player strategy game, tug-of-war-esque. I like these cards. My multi-use cards kind of break my brain, but I like the art style a lot enough, so I'll at least give it like 2 tries minimal. 16 pre-con decks and a tiny nostalgic cartridge case. I like that. Every hero in these 2-player decks is completely unique. See, I like this kind of stuff. It's very modular, seems like fits in a pocket, fits in a tiny little thing. Sorry, I have a dog. Sorry about that, I have a very excited dog, very skittish, and we have a lot of cars in this neighborhood. Oh, hi Luna. Okay, so let's keep going. It's pretty, fits in your pocket. I like that stuff. Anything that you can play on the go, anything that is that small, so I can bring in my case of like games to game nights, I'm a huge fan of. So let's keep it going. Next up, we have Rise of Oakdale Civilization Roll and Write game. This is very pretty. I like that stuff right now. I like roll and writes. I like print and play roll and write specifically because we have to eliminate the pages anyways. Might as well just print a ton of them. Strategic roll and write. Over the course of 13 rounds, gather resources, develop tech, explore new territories, and construct wonders of the world. Okay, interesting. Almost like a World Wonders. It sounds like. But roll and write form, which is never a bad thing. Unexpected enemy attacks can disrupt plans, and a happy population or unhappy may hinder development. It looks like it's like a micromanaging game, which is my favorite genre. I love RTS games, by far my favorite genre of video games. JRPGs are right there next to it. So I'm definitely excited to get this game. Yeah. Busy Buses. Busy Buses is designed by children for children. That's all information. A pocket-sized game about matching colorful buses and collecting passengers. Designed by a class of 10-year-old children. I like that. I like seeing kids take initiative and being a part of something. So this is pretty cool to see. I wonder if the art's actually done by children as well, or if that's just thematic for like who created the game. So let's keep going. Ghost Star: The Last Vector. That's interesting art for sure. Nothing down here. Solo sci-fi dogfight game for your pocket. I don't do solo games really, but this is great art, and I'm very interested to see more about this. I have a couple solo games, and apparently P&P people are big on that. So I'm interested to see how this does. Next up, we have his Hieroglyphin Historian. This is, wow, a lot of letters. Oh, it's like a letter game. Hieroglyph historian plus a bundle of 6 P&P games. Jeez. As hieroglyphs experts study and decipher ancient Egyptian parchments in this compact 18 card word builder, plus a bundle of 6 games. In 1922, a leading expedition study carefully and decipher. Will you decipher fame or misfortune, obtain the right parchments to figure out the tomb secrets and get a high score? That's interesting. This better be a word game with what the art looks like. It looks a lot like a word-based game, but these cards don't show anything about that. I wish there's more information on here. Interesting. It's a solo game as well, apparently, which, again, print players solo game like crazy. Archaeoblastology. Pottery shards. History is fragile. Good thing you brought explosives. Welcome to Archaeoblastology. Do you like digging up the past? Good news, you don't have to choose. Are you famed archaeologist? We're not saying what. Use skill, strategy, explosives to claim the most valuable collection before the dig site crumbles into dust. Use dice and special tools. I'm looking to see how much this plays. I want to see how many people this plays, the age group, all that fun stuff. So make sure to add that to your page. People like me want to know beforehand. Because right now I don't really see anything specifically I'm interested in, but apparently people like archaeology and maybe dinosaur stuff would really like this game. Fruits, yes, fruits looks pretty. I like the cards. It almost looks a little AI, but also that could just be where we're at. Everything looks AI. 3-6 players compete to score the most points by finding valuable fruit tiles. Light strategic games are good for families and gaming groups alike, as it's simple to play, but more strategic depth. Again, I'm looking for, there it is, 36, 20, 30 minutes. I like that stuff, ages 8 and up. Goal is to score more points than your opponents by rescuing fruit tiles. So these fruits are actually cute little guys. That's nice. So set collection, that can be fun. Decorative. I don't know where the K is. Oh, deck creative. Okay. 1 deck to create your own games and stories. A 54-card deck to tell stories, modify, or even create your own games. That's cool. That's a cool concept. I've seen a few things like this once or twice. Deck of 54 fits in your pocket. Entire game library in your pocket. So basically, it's going to be like almost a console for games. It sounds like. Interesting. I don't really know too much about this, but this is going to be. I wonder how this is going to play. So I'd like to see a video example of this for sure. Alright, Sojourn. Fun game for family game night. It's a bright, colorful, full of animals, and a lot of interaction between players. Welcome to Sojourn, a wild adventure where you are a zoologist and your mission is to journey around the world and collect animals of the alphabet from A to Z. I like that. That's cool. I wonder if there are animals with letter X. Are we counting like insects? I don't think that's an animal. Maybe it is. Animal Kingdom? I don't really know how the Animal Kingdom works, to be honest. Journey around the world and collect color animal cards. First 12 points win the game. You'll know the world's greatest zoologist, at least until next time. That's interesting. That's cool. How long does it play? We don't know. How long? We also don't know. We'll find out when it launches. Renaissance Roll and Write. So this game, I saw a few things about. Benny Sperling designed the game. He's designed a bunch of different games. And a few other people as well, apparently. Plays 1 to 100 because, it's a roll and write game. Plays in 15 to 45 minutes. It's kind of a big range for a roll and write game. I'm interested to see. Because usually roll and write games are completely, if you have like unlimited people, they're completely independent. You don't rely on anyone else. So I wonder what the range is for. A roll and write of building teams and artisans who will complete masterworks for your family. I'm interested. Yeah, when I saw the theme, when I saw Renaissance and Write, I thought it was really cool. So let's go. Baby Party. I actually talked to Craig a lot. I'm hoping to do a collab project with him this year, if possible. But I've heard good things. People are really liking this game. He's playing this a lot in person. People are wanting to buy it on the spot. Baby Party, drop it like it's taught. A wild party game to shout famous baby phrases, swing disco balls, and dump a bottle of tiny babies into a growing nightclub you design. Yeah, it's as crazy as it looks, as it sounds. Silly, skillful. 9 months in the making, which is, because baby stuff. This is funny. My wife would really like this probably because my wife is a baby nurse. She, like a midwife type thing. She's a nurse in the, what's it called? Triage and labor and delivery. There we go. We did it. Heck yeah. She's been doing it for like a year and a half now. And I keep on forgetting what it's called. How do you play? So you do challenges to go get babies inside clubs. it overall looks fun. Like all these people are playing it. It looks entertaining. People are having a blast with it. It looks like it's actually really going to hit like the market of baby lovers. I did not know that was going to be like a market. That's pretty cool. Babies, I mean, maybe babies will like to play the game. You can even get a baby just to drop something maybe. Hopefully they don't eat it. Craig's really cool. Definitely hang out with him if you can. I got to add this to my thing. That's a good idea. I didn't even add that to my project. Let me just copy and paste this so I can remember to do this later. Good job, Craig. And I think he's launching the same day I am, May 25th. Yeah, Stockpile's aiming to launch May 25th, and so is Craig's game, so I'm excited for that. Sneaky Spooters, a crime of opportunity for the whole family to enjoy. This card collecting game is quick, easy, and fun to steal. Gather Spooter Army. Yeah, it's cute. Like the art looks cute. It looks like Binding of Isaac type art style, which is nice and appreciated. Mother-daughter duo in the Carolinas. Sneaky Spiders, that's a short animation project. That's cute. That's cool. I like this. I want to know more about it, player count, all that fun stuff, so I hope to see that updated soon. Meanwhile, capitalism. I'm a huge, as you guys know, business guy. This is my 5th business I'm on, and I love business games in general. I look for great business economic-based games, which is hard to find, to be honest. The best one I found so far is Smartphone Inc., I believe. But this is the first one created by Dozens of Us Games. And I was excited to hear something about this. So yeah, what they're doing a lot of here is cross-promoting games, where if you back this game and these other games, you get some exclusives in there. I'm hoping to do the same thing, where basically people who back certain games will get... oh my gosh, it's super cool. What the heck? I want to use this stuff. Okay, I gotta save this as well. I'm gonna make sure with them it's cool before I use it, but that's super cool. Wow, and look at that. They got Stockpile in there like that. That's really awesome. Yeah, we're gonna cover all these games pretty soon, y'all. This is legit. Wow, I really like the community coming together for stuff like this, man. I'm aiming to have a game launched every year now on this because it's just such a cool concept. Wow, congratulations. Who runs this? I want to talk to them because this is awesome. Goodness. Amassed 30,000 in assets and you climb to the top of the capitalist food chain. I completely skipped over the game itself, oopsie poopsie, but I want to see, player count. I want to see how long it takes to play and all that stuff, so I'm excited to hear that when it comes out. This one, as long as they have a PnP version, I'm like an instant back. I'm not going to lie. I'll instantly back this game. Capybara Crush. Save cute critters with Capybara cards, a little puzzle every turn. 1 to 4 players per box. Interesting. Again, okay, so 1 to 4 players, we know that much at least. Apparently you might be able to combine different boxes. The art style is cute. There's a lot of games about capybaras right now. I didn't even know it was really an animal until I saw some people do games about them, which is pretty cool. And yeah, I love the simple art style like that. This is great art, in my opinion. Like, I love it. That's why Stockpile's done with a similar art style. Cosmic Crowns is a chaotic strategy game where you collect crowns, sabotage rivals, and embrace pure mayhem. Expect the unexpected. Some main games. Cosmic Crowns, Strategy Meets Chaos. Battle up to 5 players in a wild... This should be bold. I want to know that from the start. Oh, 2 to 5 players. There we go. 30, 60 minutes. We're good. Ages 10. I don't really care about the ages, at my juncture in life. But it is important for some people, for sure. It's just, where I'm at, I don't really care. Because I'm 28. I don't think anything's going to be like 45 years and up. Falling Star might tips the odds in your favor. I like this. Sabotage rivals, so it's a little bit of take that. That's important to know for people. Yeah, I'm excited. I wonder if all of these are going to be print and play, or if they're only going to be some of them that are print and play. Card Kata, the game of hand-to-hand combat. Punch, kick, and jump your way to victory in a fast-paced fighting card game. Entire fight system for 1 to 8 players. That is interesting. That's very interesting, and I want to see how this plays. First created again. I love seeing the first creators. Micromay is such a non-intimidating project. Set your goal at $100 and have a print and play that's already paid for, so you don't really need money off of it, and then see how it goes. That's the goal. I know people that do print and plays at like $1, but I'm gonna do 100% just so like whenever I see the percentage, I know exactly how much money I make. Because $1 of 100 is 1%, $2 2%, 1,000's 1,000%. So it's pretty cool tracking. Kick, the 5 cards of each element, 15 total, like kicks and punches can be played on their own or after a jump of the same element as a combo. That's fun. That's cool. I did martial arts for a while, and it's really cool seeing stuff like this. The first fighter to play out their entire hand becomes a master. Oh, so it's a card shedder. That's interesting. Remaining fighters continue the battle until the very end. Last fighter with the cards in hand will be deemed the wretched dog. So this one actually encourages you to play the entire game out, which is pretty cool. Some people like doing that stuff. I used to do that a lot before I got really into the heavier games where like it's just who cares if you didn't win type stuff. So I would be excited to play this game. 1 to 8 for combat. It's really interesting. A division of nerd crime card game and book in the hit series. Board game based on the comic irreverent book series, starting with 50 Shades of War. Plus, we're releasing book 5, Save the Waifus. Oh my goodness. That's funny. I like anime stuff. I like nerd stuff, nerd culture as a whole. I've been a part of everything besides Star Trek, surprisingly. I've never cared about Star Trek, never seen a single episode of anything, never seen a movie. I know stuff about it because I've researched it. The story and lore is pretty interesting, but I was a Star Wars guy, and I just like it for the cool, shiny stuff, and then I didn't really want to watch all that Star Trek stuff. Lightsabers were the main reason, and the Force was really cool. I knew from Pick Up and Go games comes a game for a franchise that was embarrassingly cheap to license, which nobody wanted. So these guys are kind of like self-deprecating, which works for a lot of people. I like that stuff. It's, as you can tell, I'm laughing. It's funny to look at. What the heck? A dumpster fire of a project by an even worse human being, the creator's mother. See, so again, self-deprecating humor. That's hilarious. Nicholas Body Pillow. What the heck? I'm interested to see more about this game. A friendly co-op for you and up to 3 of your closest waifus. Rescue celebrities, save the Comic-Con. Oh my gosh. Is Comic-Con not a licensed phrase? I thought they were specifically... Maybe not, because everyone's like New York Comic Con, San Diego Comic Con, this other Comic Con. Maybe it's not, maybe it is. I don't really know, but it's funny. And I don't do co-ops, but I do nerd culture. You know what I mean? It says you and up to, so maybe it's just 1 player solo mode. Maybe. I'll try this out. We got Mosh Idols, XR punk rock playing games. A 52 card deck plus jokers playing homage to iconic figures in the punk rock and metal scene. XR enabled. Why does XR sound so familiar? And I like this. It's a deck of cards, so that means typically you can play as a print and play, just slap it on a deck of cards, which I think is really cool. And then this art style is pretty interesting. I wonder if it's going to be hard to see who's what, but I like the fact that it has a right side up, basically. The bottom bar is interesting. I don't know what it means. XR enabled, view the cards through your phone camera to bring chaos to life with extended reality. Oh, okay. I know that as AR. I wonder what XR really is. So they're selling a deck of cards, like a custom deck of cards, effectively. But this is cool. There's a love edition and a hate edition, like an anarchy, or like a I don't know. The two differences are going to be launching May 6th. So notify. I want to see more from this. I wonder what else Solitaire IO has done. It sounds familiar. There's a video here if you want to watch it. But I don't see how many players. I don't see how long it takes to play. So that's interesting. But a deck of cards isn't bad at all. So I wonder if it's going to be like $5 or $10. Cat Rescue 2nd Edition, the competitive cat saving game. My wife and I are obsessed with cats. I love cats. I've always been a cat guy more than a dog guy, but I still love my dog. I like the chill and cute nature and the cuddly little nature. Compete to see who can rescue more stray cats and put them in forever homes. Where's the 2R? Forever homes. And the new edition of the beloved puzzle game, Dead Alive Games. I gotta look this up. I know this company. I know the guy, I believe, from Dead and Alive Games. So I'll look into that in a second. Alright. Cat Rescue 2nd Edition, the perfectly updated experience. Beloved cooperative card game, naturally. Cat Rescue is back in exciting 2nd Edition with a brand new competitive mode. Let's go! Okay, and we're in this. In this new edition, it will work to rescue, foster, adopt adorable cats, giving them a chance at a loving forever home. Carefully place cats in the shelter, line them up for adoption, make sure no foster home gets overcrowded. Play cooperatively or compete against your friends, which I will be doing. Adding even more excitement to every rescue with charming artwork and engaging gameplay. Cat Rescue is a perfect game for cat board gamers to alike. So puzzle-like gameplay is interesting. Strategic but relaxing. 15 minutes per game, that's, again, right up my alley. My favorite type of games are the games that you play and you're just like, let's run it back right now. Some games break your brain too much, which is sad because I would love to run them back, or they take too long. But games like this, you can run back 3 or 4 times and not even notice type stuff. That's like my favorite type of game. And look at this art style, these cutie little cats. Oh my goodness, this is my favorite art style right here. Look at that. Look at this face. It reminds me of my cat I had growing up called Nihao. And look at these faces, oh my goodness. I want to see what their black cat's going to be. I wonder if it's just this, or they're going to have an actual, like, just a neko type little black cat. So keep going. Okay, let's see what else he's done. Because I think I know this person. Lunar Skylines. There we go. Cyber Pet Quests. Lunar Rush. Okay, so I did meet this guy in person, and I have played. I've been wanting to play Cyber Pet Quest, and then I know Lunar Skylines. Yes. So Cinderella at Midnight. I've heard a lot about this game for a while. Build a shifting maze, explore Cinderella, completes tasks, attends the ball, and returns home before the clock strikes midnight. Draw and lay cards to create a maze. Cinderella must explore to complete her task and attend the ball before the clock strikes midnight. So almost like a micro maze, it looks like. Start in the garden, gather mice, catch lizards, and pick a pumpkin. So yeah, so this actually looks a lot like a micro make or a one maze card. Because you grab this thing, you go there, you flip it over, you loop around, you grab the pumpkin, you go back, takes you there, down the well. I mean, I like it a lot. And I don't think that they should have like a monopoly on this by any means. It just kind of looks like that kind of stuff if you like that stuff, which I do. Solo gameplay, shifting maze. Yeah, it's a maze. Double-sided hand-illustrated filled cards. Ooh, and then interesting, more stuff. 2 double-sided time and... there we go. The ingenuity of it is now coming to me. Velvet bag, double-sided Cinderella standee. 16 double-sided maze cards. The rules. I like this. I like that a lot. Reserve your exclusive Wishing Well bonus card. Fun. So yeah, let's see how this goes. Then we got Stockpile again. 95 followers. You should notify me at launch. Can't do that myself. I want to hit 100 by launch, which is only 5 more. And my aim is actually 100 backers, even if it's just at $1. That's why I have my goal at $100. So I want at least $1 from 100 backers to say this project was a success. It's cost me like at least 400, 500 for all the art, and it's taken me like literally a year for this. So it's not, I'm not making money by this by any means, but I would just like to see this 100 people like be interested in buying the game, and that's my goal, just for the community. Support a community in Central Florida. In the blink of a dragon's eye, deluxe hardcover novella, immersive solo mini game adventure. A lot of adjectives, a lot of words right there. And whimsical watercolor art print in the Harbor Blight universe. I don't know what that is. I wonder if I need to know what that is. Heartwarming story of a human and dragon. Unlikely brothers in order to survive in their dangerous new reality. That's cute. Interesting. I wonder what a dragon needs with a human, to be honest. Playing a Blight. Interesting 5 chapters and an epilogue and hardcover book. Okay, so there's a book in there. Relive the action of each chapter with solo minigames. Oh, so it's a book with solo minigame adventure that you play like what happened and transpired in the book. Interesting. Achievement for an added challenge. I like that. So a little bit more. You can either win or you can really win. There's YouTube content, chapters. Yeah, so there's like 5 mini games throughout the book. That's cool. That's different. Yeah, so there's like 5 different games in here. That's pretty fun. It's pretty cool art, to be honest. This is pretty nice art on colorful. I like textured paper. That's nice. Niba and Nijai? I don't know. It's cool. Only 1 available, the original watercolor art. That's so sad they're selling it, but it's pretty cool. Wonder how much it's going to go for. Oopsie, did not mean to open this, but let's look at this. I shall subscribe. That's cool. Good for you guys. Banana Boy. I heard a lot about this guy, Charles Ward. I've seen this game be developed in the Board Game Design Lab for a long time. We have Boggle Your Brain with this fast, ever-changing card matching game for 3 fun twists. 3 twists turn the classic memory game into a fun, fast, tactical party game. Memory games are hard sell, but that's not a hat's done really well, so I wonder what success this game's going to have with that, like, saying the foundation, the groundwork for this. Award-winning 8 to 15 minute party game for 2 to 6 players, combines memory, tactics, and heaps of fun. Oh my gosh, I'm talking way too much. My jaw's getting tired. Score. Fast. Score in 2 ways. Match illustration and the scorecards, or just the card type to score 1 card. Cards are points at the end of the game. Tactile and risky at any time. Reserve a card that you must flip on your turn. Do it to help yourself or stop another player. Beware others might see what you're going for and try to hinder you. That's interesting. So they got good content for it. You got some people reviewing it. This is what you should see on a lot of these pages. If they don't have this, they're probably new, like me. But I think Charles has. Yeah, Charles has 5 created. He has a few different games that have been made. Wow, that's actually pretty cool. These flicking dice are pretty cool. Macrame. I was gonna say, I'm like, what's macrame? But yeah, that's cool. It's part of microme, so making a macro. That's pretty cool. Let's keep going. Steer the story. Party game of stories that will never be told again. Simple, smart, social. Prepare for surreal humor and story building mayhem. Going live on 29th of April. Okay, cool. So at the end of April, so it's gonna be through May. Steer is a party game where storytelling goes off the rails and you're the one behind the wheel. Drop ludicrous plot twists, spark a seemingly impossible conflicts, and hijack the narrative with your cards to score points. A mysterious explosion during Nigel the Nerd's online RPG session expelled them. Wow. A lot of words. Both the Elder and finally spark the raw. How it works. Prepare for surreal humor and storytelling mayhem with the table, character cards, story cards, special cards. Oh, it's like a role-playing game. I've seen some stuff like this. Improvise the prompt on your cards to start the story. All players use their own cards to build the story in turns. Whatever balloon you sell, make sure your friends buy it. Interesting. I wonder what that's going to look like. Characters can spawn. And when you least expect it, the end happens. Okay, that's interesting. That's a lot of cards in the deck for the record. I wonder how many cards this game has. So if you like role-playing type games, like improv games, this might be right up your alley. I've seen a few games like this that and people go crazy for it. So to each their own. Is my camera slightly falling? Pocket Conquest. Explore uncharted lands, unleash your strategy, lead your army, and conquer the world in this epic battle for dominance. Craft your battlefield. Each session lets you shape the battlefield, strategically position your map tiles for ultimate advantage. This is cool. I wonder if it's going to be a 3D print and play game. I like the colors. I like the art. The art looks pretty dope. 2 to 4 players expandable. I don't know how much more you want to expand it past 4 players, to be honest, in games like this. But it looks pretty cool. Unique special abilities and powers. Each tribe brings its own unique abilities to the table, ensuring diverse dynamic gameplay. Compact adventure. Small, easy to store package. Say it fits in like a smallish box. It's like a Pocket Paragon's box, it looks like. Or a Solus box, depending on who you are. Easy to carry, but packed with excitement. Perfect for fun on the go. The ultimate portable adventure. Interesting. Not bad. I like the look of it. I want to learn more about how it plays and all that stuff when the project launches. Fort Lauderdale, another local designer. Let's go. Free game, $0. That's not really possible. So it's gonna be at least pay. It's gonna be pay what you want situation. It looks like. Build your robot family in the scalable set collection card game. I love set collection card games. Play solo or with friends. I try to play with friends. It's 1+. So it looks like any player count works. 10 minutes about collect, build, and score. And I like the various boxes. When I see Origins, I only think of the Origins convention, so I'm like, yo, they tied with Origins? I don't know why. I want to see more from this game. That's pretty cool. I like this. This is really cool to show what's happening and the details. Now, this game I can actually talk about because I played it at Gamma. Ghosts and Goblins is a fun push your luck adventure game where it's pretty open-ended, which leaves you with a lot of opportunities. It's allegiance based where basically what happens is you say how deep you want to go in the dungeon. So you're trying to go in as deep as possible without busting. Busting this game means if you draw a card that has a value or that adds up to 4. So if you draw 1, draw 2, then draw 1, you bust. But there's a ton of treasure cards in there. There's a set number of cards in there. The game ends when the deck runs out, I'm pretty sure. And then whenever someone has to say, whoever the leader is will say, oh, I want to go this deep. And then people at the same time will say if they're going in or if they're staying out. Basically, if they want to be a part of the victory or if they want to try to be a part of the failure. And as you dive down the dungeon, you can play cards from your hand to affect how many cards are flipped, maybe destroy someone else's cards, maybe stop something, some negatives from happening. It's a fun game. It's very simple. It's right up my alley. I love simultaneous card games. I love put your luck games. I love the concept. I wish the theme was slightly different, but honestly, it makes sense. You're goblins, I think. What was it? You're not goblins. Basically, your ghost got lost, and you have to go down. 2-6 player game of discovering lost goats and treasures as you search an unstable cave and get too greedy, and you may lose it all. Ghosts and Goblins, it's a unique name. If they called it Greedy Goblins, it would have been just another name. But Ghosts and Goblins is an interesting pairing for it. Yeah, You and your friends play as goat herders in a game of pushing your luck as you explore a dangerous cave. Every turn, the cave leader will choose how deep it goes. So yeah, I wish I saw some more stuff about this right here. Some pictures, but cool game. Only heard good stuff from it. This is the same thing as Forza's Ravenshire guy, BA Games. Yeah, I applied to get a copy and to cover on the channel, but we'll see how that goes. 211 followers is pretty good. Now, Robo Rescue Origins. Wait, I covered this. I wonder if it's listed twice. Beach Day. I met the guy from Cake Pie. I think it's Josh. His name is. He's 1 to 5 players. 12 minutes, or sorry, 12 ages 12 and up. I wish I had a symbol for that. 12 plus. I get confused. 20 to 30 minutes. A piece of cake to set up, easy as pie to teach. That's like the core concept for Cake Pie Games, which is a company, 260 followers. It looks good, and I've heard good things about it, so I'm excited to see how this goes. In Beach Day, players draft cards to create their perfect beach by decorating it with shells, sandcastles, waters, and more. Players place the cards as tiles to arrange these objects based on modular scoring. When the deck runs out, the best decorated beach wins. Beach Day takes 20-30 minutes to play and supports 1 to 5 players. It's their first game, so, support definitely if you can. Intentions. Now, this game I could also say, because I played at Gamma, and I've actually been working with the designer for a while. He runs Maka Games. It's Matthew Cambick. If you guys know his last project, License to Krill, did amazing. It literally made waves. Unironically, no pun intended, made waves in the industry because it's an entire game that's inside of a plushie. And I guess there are a few games that do it, but none quite like he did because the plushie was also a mechanic in the game. I'm going to pull up the games to show you. And he's keeping it, looks like, in the ocean theme where Intentions, and if you know anything about License to Krill, there's a lot of facts about krill on the cards. I actually learned a lot playing the game. And it's fun for all player counts. My wife liked it. I liked it. My 8-year-old niece liked it, or cousin liked it. But yeah, let's look at his other stuff. This was License to Krill right here. Look at that, 1,200% funded. The game box and one of the first player tokens, which actually ate your cards, was that. The discard was his mouth, and when you pull out cards, it's from his mouth. It was really cool. Intentions goes around the same route of, it's like a take that, almost bidding, push your luck-ish game. Set collection, bluffing for sure. There it is, bluffing, that's the right word for it. Where you can eat other cards in the row, you can scare other things away. There's 4 players, 6 rounds. It was cool. It was really cool. I'm really interested to see even more accuracy explained on his Kickstarter from this, but it was a fun time. If you like Take That games, this is a good one. That doesn't feel too bad. But you definitely have to be strategic and smart to know what's happening. Moby Dick, Wrath of the Seas, that's an asymmetric board game. So I was an English teacher in a previous life, from 2017, 18 until 2021. So I love anything about literature, and I'm interested to see stuff about this. I heard about this a few times. Asymmetric strategy game, players taking the roles of either legendary white whale or the daring crew of the whale boat. As Moby Dick, you control the mighty whale and other whales appearing in the ocean. You score points by guiding whales safely to feeding grounds, by killing whale boats, crew members, or by releasing whale bodies killed by sailors. Moby Dick alternates between the lurking beneath the waves and emerging dramatically. So I think it's cool. So it's a 1 to 6 player game, which is interesting. It sounds like a 1v many experience, which can be played best at 2 players sometimes. So I'm excited to see how this plays, see how this goes. But that's pretty interesting, pretty cool. Good amount of followers right there. Cat spotting. A card game of memory, speed, observation, cat spot. Over 100 unique hand-draw cats hiding in the crowd. And I think that's cool. Look at this. Look how many cats are here. That's adorable. Can I spot this cat? That would be right there, maybe? I think. Yeah. So it's almost like Spotlight, but with a bunch of cards, a bunch of cats. 5 different micro games about competitive cat spotting. Okay. That's fun. I like the art a lot. I like the black and white art. It's very pretty. I like all this stuff. Dang. Look at that. Whoever made this is super cool. I'm definitely going to add this to my page. This is beautiful. River Rats. Card game and playing cards. Okay, another one of those. Huge fan of playing card games being actual games. Cooperative poker style game where teamwork beats wealth. Bring modern board game depth to uniquely illustrated playing cards. So it sounds like the gang a bit. Of course, it's going to play differently, hopefully. Strategic cooperative poker game, deck of 54 cards, play now. Rulebook player aids. Oh, interesting. I thought I was going to explain more. But regardless, look at that. 1 to 4 players, 20-30 minutes. No, that's interesting. I like. If I can just custom print the deck of cards, I'll definitely probably do that. $15, interesting. One Card Maze Season 3. Now, if you don't think about One Card Maze, as you can tell, it's very popular. By far the most followed one here. This is their 3rd one. They have a ton of followers from this. I think it's an ingenious system. They had like a combat one. Basically, it's like the one we saw before, but deeper. And he doesn't need to explain too much. Most people know his product by now. But I wish he did. It's completely solo because you just do it yourself. It technically could, if you have someone helping you, but you have to like follow it with your eyes and finger, and you just flip the card, grab stuff. It has you tilt the card to do certain things. You can only go through certain doors if the arrow's facing up. Combat stuff is like if you'll grab weapons and go try to fight stuff. It's cool. I liked it. I thought it was pretty fun. I definitely might. I'm probably gonna back this one honestly, depending on how much the money is. Might go for all 3 seasons. I think I only have the first one. But this, I would say, I think it's a great system. I think it's ingenious. But with that, that's everything in Micro May. If there's any other questions, definitely go check out the description of this video and go check out all the projects. Try to follow them all. Stay up to date and try to support the board game community this trying time. It's gonna be rough, but we're a bunch of like small publishers doing new things. As you can tell, so many people are first time publishing. Drop a comment on which one you're excited for, which one you want me to review possibly. But that is everything in Micro May as of April 17th. So peace out, have a great day, God bless, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you guys at a table soon.